we hear allegations, Your Excellency, that there are some people in your government acquired the land titles on this land, Your Excellency.
They will have to, somebody has told me about that. I will check and they will have to answer. Because the land is, you know, these corrupt people are not clever. Because that land is not in Congo, it is not in South Sudan, it is here.
Yes, sir.
So we shall check, we shall check. Shall check. And if we find it is true, then they will be answerable. Was that the delay initially was because Forest Authority was saying, give us, when we take forest land, we normally compensate, give them equal land somewhere else. That's the practice. So initially the delay was, yes, you have degazetted our land, give us equivalent somewhere else. And my people did not have the equivalent somewhere else. But now they have added on the issue of this corruption. So we are going to sort it out. Prime Minister was here, she told me about it. We are going to find it out.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Let me hand over the microphone to my another moderator who have some questions to ask the President.
Thanks. Go to that microphone at the front. State your name, your media, one question, please.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. My name is Davada Yusuf. I work with 88.6 Busoga Royal Radio. It is within Ijinja. Your Excellency, Busoga sub-region is one of the regions whereby people use wetlands for economic activities such as rice growing. There is a directive that you need these people to vacate the wetlands. What is the fate of those people who have been using the wetlands for a longer time to earn a living? What will be next for them per your plans and organization? Thank you, Your Excellency.
I am an indigenous person from this area. I have been here for the last, I don't know how long, my clan. So we always use the wetlands. We use the wetlands. The question is, how do you use them? In the past, like in Tungamo there, we would use the wetlands to get materials for roofing. Those of Togo could be used for roofing houses, for making mats, then we would use the grass for mulching, ebigugu, the grass is called ebigugu, for mulching the gardens, and thatching houses. Then the wakochi, fish and sonzi. And sonzi is mud fish from the swamps. So nobody says that people should not use wetlands. The question is how. Now, when we have enough time, we are not going to use violence to evict people. But when we have enough time, we shall discuss. We already have facts which we can discuss. Because now the rice growing is underutilizing the wetland because when you grow rice there, you dry the swamp. Swamp is dry. And yet we need water for irrigation. We need water for irrigation on the Rukaru around. When I drive, there's when I came for a religious function. I think it was in Kariro or some few months ago. There was a religious function somewhere, and I took the trouble to try and measure where I landed. I think it was like 4 or 5 kilometers, driving up to a wetland. A wetland was like 200 meters across. So you had 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 7 kilometers of Olukalu, dry land. And like 200 meters of swamp. That area, it was a church of, I don't know who, somewhere, a few months ago, here in Busoga. Yes, that was
Saint Gonzaga. Saint
Gonzaga.
Saint Gonzaga.
Yes. I remember now. So you can go and check the area there. Because the Olukalu land is more, much more
Yes.
than the wetlands. And the Olukalu is not irrigated. There's no irrigation. Why? Well, first of all, maybe people have not bothered. But even if they bother, they need water now. Suppose our people now decide to irrigate. Amadi banaga torawa. Amada galiokumpi have been dried up. So that's why we are saying that you are misusing and underusing. So recently when I was in Bukedi, who are the experts in rice growing, I asked the people there, I said, how much do you get per acre? The man said they get about 7 million shillings. Once they do everything, they get about 7 million shillings an acre. Then they deduct 2 million, they remain with about 5. Now, when I do fish farming, like I've shown you on my screens, my people are getting a lot of money, much more money than that. The one I showed you gets 140 million net from fish farming in 1 acre. While for rice, we are getting about 5 million. So, therefore, it's not a question of movivadi, no. It is a question of how do you use the vivadi more profitably, because fish farming would make much more money, but also bring back the water to irrigate the Olukalu and get much more yield than now. So kati chetuliko tusera ebibali ate ne tusera n'olukalu. We are underutilizing both. So it's not a question of those people who say, I want you to move out of the wetlands. They don't know that I'm indigenous from here. Zinduwa wano nansangwawo. Oba abalala baavaawa naye nze nduwa wano. Byona biivi. It is a question of using the wetlands in the best way, economically and environmentally. Of course, there's also the environmental side. when I've been campaigning, I was actually getting worried when I was in the north. There's much more rain there. I don't know whether this meteorology can give us a figure, but when the rain comes in the north, it's very strong. In Acholi, in the West Nile, like here in the south, it used to be like that. But these days, the rain comes, just like that, not very strong rain. And I suspect it could be because in the north, they are getting very strong rains because of the swamps in South Sudan and the forests in Congo. Now here, the rain is not so strong. So there's that side of the environment. Even the economic salon, we need to use the wetlands. The one of Doho is actually being grown well because it's not.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. My name is Othieno Fulgens. I am working with the 87.7, the Busoga Kingdom radio station. Construction of the standard gauge railway and compensation was done, but not 100%. Your Excellency, some people have not yet been compensated and they are worried. What is the fate of these people who have not yet been compensated and they are within the line of the standard gauge railway? Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
I have not checked that. I would like, I can see Nakadama here. Who is here? Rebecca is the one who is there. Rebecca, who is the other one?
Your Excellency, we have the Right Honorable Secretary General and the Chairman of NRM, Honorable Bajiri, and the Regional Vice for Eastern, Mr. Calvin Echodu.
Okay, then the Secretary General can check with the Minister of Works about the compensation and all that, and then come and tell somebody here to inform the public here. Answer that question by checking the facts. When will the people of standard gauge compensated? When will they be compensated? You take the lead to go on.
Third question is Ibra Shamir.
Okay, webale ino muzeyi. Ninze Ibrahim Shamir. Atera ninze byachika. Ensonga yange. Naomba Wakenya kutuelewa vizuri. Niulize hiyo swali kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Tena mzee, kumbuka tulikuwa na siri yetu, lakini sijapata bahati ya kuona. Uliniandikia, niliona ujumbe, lakini sijapata bahati. Naomba unipe nafasi tumalize.
Your question, please.
Swali inasema, mambo imezungumzwa mingi. Wakenya na watu wa Uganda wameanza kuogopa tunaenda kuelekea vita kuhusu jambo lilozungumza ya Indian Ocean. Vizuri tuko hapa na Waziri wa Afrika Mashariki, Mheshimiwa Rebecca Kadaga. Naomba ufafanue vizuri, Wakenya watuelewe, kwa kuwa najua vizuri watu wa Kenya wanapita hapa Usoga, wengine wanaweza wakaanza kuogopa tena shida gani. Naomba wafahamishe vizuri. Na jambo la mwisho la Kisoga, ensonga yaba independence NRM leaning tusaba ogigaziyemu wotambulire ku toli kujibona mu buzibu bona. Hiyo ndio mambo yangu. Asante sana.
No, I will have to answer in English. English is better, easier. The one of the Indian Ocean, the Minister of Kenya was here last night. Minister Mudavadi was here, and we discussed. And what I was saying in Mbale is what I have said here today. The amatoforo musanvu NLM getade ku Uganda. The sixth safari is economic integration for prosperity. And how can I be hostile when I'm promoting economic integration to Kenya? The seventh Tofari, the one of political federation, but when we integrate economically, we answer the question of prosperity. Ugandans produce products, Kenyans buy them. Kenyans produce products, Ugandans buy them. And in so doing, we support our prosperity. Economic integration answers the issue of prosperity. But the issue of strategic security, this is where I talked about the Indian Ocean. Even if we are together in this African community, we don't plan defense together. You find Kenya got their own defense, Uganda has, Tanzania has. And I think you were here when I was telling people that some people are on the moon now. The Americans are on the moon, the Chinese are on the moon, the Russians are there. Now the Indians have gone to the moon. The ones here are ourselves. Those people on the moon, they are looking at us like insects. Like you see, you look at these vidudu which eat sugar. You look at them, you can spray them anytime. So what I was talking about was some of the countries in the world, they have a plan to dominate, to be superior in land forces, be superior in the Air Force, be superior in the Navy. That's why I talked about the Indian Ocean. And be superior in space, in satellites. So I was saying, when those people get that strength, where does it leave us? How can Africa, how can Uganda build a navy? Because we don't even have access to the ocean. That's when I was talking about the Indian Ocean. And the countries near the shores, they are there, but maybe they may not have capacity, financial. So that's why I was talking of political federation. So that we maximize our potential. That's what I was talking about. Now about the independence should not, even if they are disgruntled, they should listen to our advice. Our advice was, mukayanira bwerere, ekintu kino kyangu okulondoola. Because the Kamyufu happened during the day and by lining up. So these people counted your agents, But even the whole population, they would see who won. Now, for somebody to want to change that, it's very, very shallow. Because the witnesses are too many. Unless your agents are the ones who abandon you and tell lies. But otherwise, it is easy to know what happened. So that's why I said, instead of, first of all, if you stand in a constituency where there is opposition, that's really blind, that's a betrayal. It was like the other women who are fighting for a child in the Bible. And Solomon said, okay, let's solve it. Bring the knife. Let's cut into two. So that you get equal portion. The one who is not the man say, yes, that's a good solution. The real mother said, please, wakira umwana mtware. Instead of killing the child, you take him. Solomon said, this is the real mother now. So, if there is opposition candidate there and you stand to split our vote, that's betrayal. But secondly, even if it is only our people, still you disturb the population. You put them under pressure. Sometimes you divide them to be loyal to you or to the other person. So that's why our advice was, if you can bring evidence quickly, the tribunal can help you to cancel the results and do the needful. But even if you don't get the facts quickly, altering results is a criminal offense. It's not just a civil case of election, it is also criminal. So if you can get evidence, this person can even go to jail. If the evidence is very, very clear. And it doesn't matter whether the time has passed, whether he's now elected as a member of parliament, he will be held accountable. So you get the facts properly. Instead of now competing and so on, because if you do that, we get the facts, like in the case of Namutumba, we got facts and we sorted it out. The real chairman was of NRM was declared when they had declared another one. So therefore, my advice to the independents is don't donate those constituencies to the opposition. But secondly, even when you are all NRM, mutawanya bantu baffe, you disturb our people. And thirdly, the real answer is to do patient research, get facts. Even this person can even be handled criminally, can go to jail, including losing position. Okay?
Hello. The last question is from Mehdi Dakaba.
Your Excellency, nkula muisa ino. Engeri gy'okubye nti oli wa wano nja kubuuza mu Lusoga. Ninze Medida Akaba mukoirimo nkola ni NBS FM. Your Excellency, ba political opponents bo mu Busoga bwe tubakyaza kumpewo bakikutaako nti Busoga niwo ogikuumira mu bwavu mbw'okikola kigenderere okusobola okuba nga Busoga oginyweza nga tuli baavu. Your Excellency, mu kutambula kw'otambwire ofunye memorandums kamaala okuva mu districts nga bali kusaba oba bali kukobera ebizibu bya Busoga. Twenda okweyambisa omukisa guno, Your Excellency, otukobereku mu memorandums ezo z'okuŋŋaaniiza Abasoga de bakuwaire kizibu kye kiri common mu Busoga we nakyo obona nga obayire okaali kigemaku neyanziza sebo.
Now, those who say that I'm responsible for the poverty in Busoga will go to Gehenna. So I'm not worried about them at all, because they are liars. Our message is not only to Busoga. Our message, as I've been saying in my speeches, the work of mobilization and socio-economic transformation started in the 1960s. And we started mainly in the west and central, in the cattle corridor, where we taught people what I've been telling people here. Obugaiga, okukora ebyobugaiga with the kibaro. Those people in the cattle corridor eventually listened to us and they changed. So when we came into the government, the same burden, how to get the families into wealth, all families. And we recommended what to do for the whole country, not just Busoga. In the 1996 manifesto, some people responded, others did not respond. And we have been changing programs. NADS, now we are with PDM. So, those who listen, move. And some in Busoga here have moved. Therefore, the question of saying that Busoga, it is because they would have got people in Masaka are now much better off because of coffee. Because coffee is one of the enterprises I had recommended in 1996. Kalangala, they are doing very well. Palm oil, although that's a new one. But when it came, we supported it. In Bundubujo, they are doing very well with cocoa, palm oil, even coffee. In Kalanga, they are doing well with palm oil. In the cattle corridor, they are doing well with dairy, with milk. Therefore, in the case of Busoga, it is a question of they are part of Uganda. I've been talking to them all this time, and all other Ugandans. It is for them to concentrate on this obulezi, which we identified. But to say that I'm the one who's keeping them, these are just the cheap lies which are told by enemies of Africa, actually. They're the ones who can talk like that. Okay?
Your Excellency, I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much and thank everybody who has worked tirelessly to ensure that we have had a very successful tour of campaign in the Busoga sub-region. While you are speaking, we have Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga joined us in the press conference. Mr. Calvin Echodu, the Vice Chairman Regional, Mr. Wajire, and then the Right Honorable Secretary General. Your Excellency, tomorrow we shall be having the two last meetings, the one of Iganga and the last one in Jinja. Because we shall also be winding up the region, I want to take this opportunity to invite the chairman of the region to wind up this by moving a vote of thanks, because after tomorrow's meeting, we shall be crossing over to Kisoro, to the Kigezi sub-region, to begin with another regional vice. Bwana Calvin Echodu, Secretary General, do you want to make remarks? Right, let me invite the Secretary General first, so that he can make remarks, wind up, and then invite the regional vice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and we just like to thank the people of Busoga for the reception we got with our candidate, and for mobilizing people in the big numbers, and for giving us good memorandums in all the districts. Okay. The issues that were raised in the memorandums, some were captured in our manifesto, which manifesto shall be brought to the parishes as we continue deepening the discussions in the plans we intend to have in the next administration. That is all I can say for now. We just thank everybody, and we pray that the President's messages should be taken down to the persons who did not come to the rallies, because these are messages of transformation. Like we said in the rallies, the President is not campaigning, because someone to campaign would be someone who is not known, his policies are not known. But for our candidate and our party, we have been around for some time, and Ugandans have benefited a lot from the generosity and the depth of knowledge of our President. So he has been teaching Ugandans, as always he has done, to enlighten us a little more deeper into areas of wealth creation, in the areas of prosperity, development, and so many areas that he has been touching on. And we pray that these lessons should be amplified during our parish meetings with the various leaders that shall be at the parish level. So thank you so much, and I now would like to invite our regional vice chairman to come and give a vote of thanks and say bye to the region officially.
Your Excellency, I want to congratulate you and thank you for the successful campaign in Eastern Uganda. We so much are grateful for the message teaching us about the 7 Matafalis that you and the NRM contributed to the building of the Uganda society. We also thank you for interacting with the media, which has been very helpful in circulating the message, even though some of it has been misunderstood that Uganda wants part of the Indian Ocean. But thank you for the clarification that we mean political and economic federation. Your Excellency, I also want to thank the NRM Secretariat, especially the Secretary General, who worked with us in the Eastern region. His team was very cordial and very helpful, and I think we had no issues, and we are grateful to his team. I also want to thank the chairpersons of the districts. I think they worked well with you, and they mobilized, they rallied people behind you. Want to thank the leaders, political leaders in the Eastern region, especially Busoga, for their support. Excellency, Eastern region is rallying around you, and I think we are going to get good results. Allow me to pass a mic to the Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister to make her remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. On behalf of the people of Busoga, we want to thank you so much for a week of action, a week of information, a week of innovation and collaboration. And of course, the economic irrigation, since we started in Bujiri, there has been a lot of activity that has kept our people excited. And I just want to pray that the important issues that have been raised, can be fully captured and fully implemented in the manifesto, because that has been our commitment to the population that we are going to deliver. From our side, Your Excellency, as we have been discussing, we shall deliver. So thank you so much. We wish you well in the next region, and we shall meet after the 15th. Of course, you are free to come back for a day or two before the elections if you wish, but for now, we want to wish you good speed, and thank you so much for coming to Busoga. And I thank the team, the Secretariat, for the work done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mubareno.
The journalists can now take leave because His Excellency has another meeting with a different group, which does not need the media.